Hey everybody, it's about that time. What do you think? Let's take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today we got Summit Brewing Company, and they're out of St. Paul, Minnesota. This is their Summit, it's either Saga or Sega IPA. And this is a 6.4% is what it's got written down here. Let's see if it's on the label. Do not see it on the label here. Kind of need the ABV guys on the label so you know how big a beer you're drinking. I don't know why they neglect to do that. Something needs to be slapped around a little bit. Plenty of room to put that either on the upper label or the lower label somewhere. So we're going by what Right Beer and Beer Advocate says. They both have 6.4% written, so I guess it's a 6.4%er, since the brewery seems to think that's not important information for us to know. IBUs on this, it says it's 80 right here. It's not on the label anywhere. The company uses a Julian code, and it is printed right here at the top of the label, 5/1/18. So that's 2015, the 118th day of the year, 3/6/9/120, around April, end of April, 3/6/9, yeah, end of April, somewhere at the end of April for this beer. So, and they also have stamped in white right underneath the label, enjoy by 9/25/15. So, looking at that code, done at the end of April, say the 1st of May. June, July, they're giving this thing like a 4-month shelf life. So, and that's kind of pushing it, in my opinion, on an IPA. I would think a 3-month would probably be all you'd want on a 6.4%er. But these brewers like to push it a little bit. So we're in July here on this one, and hopefully it's still good. It's still got 2 months left on the enjoy by date, so hopefully we've still got some hot presence in this beer. So let's get on with this one. Commercial description, it says here, we're proud to announce the new Summit Sega or Saga IPA, a decidedly different hop forward brew. The beer has pronounced hop flavors and aromas of kiwi, passion fruit, apricot, and gooseberry. I don't know what a gooseberry tastes like. It says here, clean, assertive bitterness with balancing pale malt characteristics. We hop it with the rare New Zealand Raku hop, along with Centennial, and Amarillo. Named after the Norse goddess of poetry, who was the god Odin's drinking companion. Also, it was quite a saga or Sega to pick a name. I guess that would be saga to pick a name. But anyway, it's an IPA, so your cuisine is your curry and your Thai food. Cheeses are peppery Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue, cheddar, your more pungent cheeses. And the meat for this one is poultry, fish, shellfish, salmon, and I'm going to add grilled meat because I love IPAs with something off the grill. About for a pint, Beckernonic, tumbler, mug, stein, Sidale. I'm using my Sovereign beer glass again today for an IPA, and not recommended for extended cellaring. So let's get the cap off of this bad boy and see what the Summit Sega IPA has to bring to the table. Nice cap, nice yellow cap. We will save that one and get it onto the fridge downstairs. Into the glass we go. Hidey ho, hidey ho. Oh, it looks like it's going to be fairly carbonated, so we better slow down on that aggressive pour. Alright, about a finger and a half of head. Nice white head on this one, and a lot of tight bubbles around the side. A few bigger bubbles from that halfway aggressive pour when we started out. Over into the light. It is a light amber color, not quite as dark as a lot of the IPAs. It's not golden color by any means like a lager, but it's got a nice light amber color. A lot of bubbles streaming up. I can see the bulb through it. It's got a slight chill haze to it. Let's get a nose on it and see what we got. Now I'm not getting a massive hop aroma. Little bit of citrusy, a little bit of pine, maybe a little bit of grapefruit, but it's not overwhelming. I mean, it's not. It's there though. I mean, it's definitely there as opposed to the malt backbone. I don't think it's a malt bomb yet, anyway. But it's a little on the lighter side as far as the hop presence to me. Definitely no enjoy by. But I am a big fan of the hops that they use. I'm not familiar with the New Zealand hops, but the Centennial hops that they said they used here, and the Citra. I'm a big fan of Citra, and Amarillo is a great hop. So, but I'm just not familiar with the New Zealand Raku hop. Some of the New Zealand hops have a very weird, strange taste to me. Well, let's see what it's got. See what it brings to the table. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Tyler. Thank you, sir. That's tasty. Like I said, it's not enjoyed by any means. Of course, it's not a double IPA on top of that. It seems like a decent IPA. It really does. Very nice. I'm not getting any of the alcohol. 6.4%. Very well made. Very easy drinking for 6.4%. A little more hop present in taste than I was getting in the nose. Citrusy, pine, grapefruit. Maybe hints of not banana, but pineapple. Maybe a little kiwi in there. Seems to be pretty decent. Yeah, I like this one. This is definitely better than one we had yesterday. Well, let's right out of the fridge. Let me take it back and let her taste it, and we'll sip on it for a little bit, come back and see what we end up with. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Been sipping on it about 35-40 minutes now. Nice and tasty. I mean, this is a very nice IPA. It's not, to me, it's not in the West Coast style where the pine and grapefruit and pineapple are just off the chain. This is just a nice, simple, pleasant IPA. Very well made, not getting in the alcohol. Like I told you, it was 80 IBUs, which is, if you're just trying to get into the IPAs, it might be a little heavy on the bitterness, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty tasty. So let's do the final chug here. Can't leave that. A very nice lacing is left on the glass here. Seems to be rather balanced. The sweetness and the bitterness. The citrusiness is there. Tangerine, oranges, and maybe like they said, a little bit of kiwi in there. I don't know what a gooseberry is. I don't think I've ever had a gooseberry. But it's decent. It's definitely an A beer as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to give it the 8, which is the A-. I think it's a nice A beer. It's got the Julian code. It tells you, if you know how to read that, when it was put in the bottle, and it's got the enjoy by stamped on the outside. So if you know how to figure that out, you know when it was put in, and know when they want you to have it by, and you can figure out what their shelf life is. And on this one, it looks like it's about 4 months. I think that's about a month longer than it should be, but a lot of the brewers like to extend that a little bit to give it a longer shelf life, and hopefully they'll sell more beers that way. But I definitely wouldn't want to have this after it was 5 months old. As you know, if you're an IPA drinker, these beers will get more maltier, and less hoppy over time. So you want to get it as fresh as you can, guys. So pay attention to that Julian code it's on if you buy a lot of Summit beers, or if you can get their beers. I can't get them here. So thanks to Tyler again for sending it to me and letting me try it out. It was really tasty. I enjoyed this one. 8 for me on this one, guys. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, it would probably be a 92 or 93, somewhere in that area. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 89 in a very good range. I would not argue that. That's conservative. I mean, a lot of the guys that write these reviews for Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, unless it blows their hair back or the socks off, they're just thoroughly not impressed. I thought it was pretty good. I could just as easily gave it the 7, which was a B+, but since it had the information with the Julian code on there and the enjoy by date on it, I'm going to go ahead and give it the 8, which was the A-. Over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 95 and 94 in the style. Impressive numbers from those guys. If you average out the 89 and the 95, I'm about right in the middle there at 92, 93, somewhere in that area. So I thought it was pretty good. So if you've had this one from Summit Brewing, this is their Saga, or Saga, however you want to pronounce it. It doesn't have the hyphen on the bottle, but here written on in the beer, yeah, it does have the hyphen on the bottle. So I would say it's Saga is how they're pronouncing it. So that being said, if you've had it, let me know what you think, and come on back tomorrow. Let's take that walk. Let's go see what's in the fridge. See you then.